Hi, this is Tomi, coming at you from beautiful Cape Cod. It's a little chilly today, so I have on my nice warm sweater. I am Tomi. I am a 64-year-old woman who is a bright line eater. I come on to make videos to share my journey and process with bright line eating and other things. And I also have osteoporosis and Hashimoto's disease, so that is part of my background. I have been doing bright line eating for over 990 days and will be celebrating 1,000 days soon. And I have been in maintenance for over 13 months. I have lost more than 115 pounds in that time, and have been maintaining in maintenance for over 13 months in my maintenance range, which of course my range has changed along the way. Again, that would be another video. I wanted to come on today. I try to share things in this videos about my journey, tips and tricks, things that I do to support my process, and foods that I've found that are great bright line eating compliant foods. So today I just wanted to talk about something that we'll be having for dinner tonight, and who knows, maybe I'll make a video of doing it. But I was gonna just talk about some of my favorite quick and easy, I think, meals. Since we don't eat fast food, but this is fairly quick and easy fast food, and that is the wonderful spaghetti squash. And I have, my husband and I both like, this is a meal we love to have, and we have almost every week, is spaghetti squash with sweet Italian sausage. And this is Neiman Ranch sweet Italian sausage, and I don't know if you can see that right there. No sugar, which is great. Is great heritage raised sausage that was available in my grocery store, and they've discontinued. I don't know if they're going to keep it in one of the other ones nearby, but I think you can get this through Misfits Market, which there will be a link below, and sometimes I believe maybe Thrive carries it. I'm not sure, but I really recommend this. Is delicious, and made with without sugar, which is hard to find an Italian sausage without sugar. So I will microwave this or roast it today. I may roast it in the air fryer because that's fairly quick, and just cut it open, take the seeds out, and maybe a little spray oil on it and stick it in there, and then you fork that out, and then the other thing is this, and this one came from Costco. This Victoria's organic marinara sauce, which is delicious. So on Bright Line Eating, you get 2 ounces of this that count as a condiment, and then I do 12 ounces of vegetable at lunch and 12 ounces of vegetable at dinner. And so I may do so it would be 14 ounces altogether. I may do 10 ounces of this and 4 ounces of this, and at dinner I do 6 ounces in maintenance, but I would do my protein portion on top of that. I would measure this out, 10 ounces, then measure out the sausage that I just basically saute in a pan, and then I would put the sauce on it, and then I would add either some Romano or Parmesan cheese, an ounce of that as my fat serving, and that is wonderful. Actually, we love it all year round, but it's definitely a wonderful fall meal of, you know, spaghetti squash and Italian sausage with marinara sauce on it, and some cheese as the fat. And that is just a wonderful, delicious, tasty dinner. And whenever I make it, I have another spaghetti squash. I may cook both of them at the same time so that I then have leftovers to have either for lunch or for another dinner, you know, the next night or the night after that. And so that is one of my favorite quick and easy dinners, kind of a go-to. Another dinner that's been a go-to for us lately is pork roast, that I go to the garden and I get a mix of herbs like rosemary, sage, basil, oregano, thyme, whatever is in there, parsley, and maybe a little bit of garlic, and I chop that all up really fine, and it's kind of therapeutic chopping it up, and then cover the pork roast in a slight coating of olive oil or of avocado oil, and then roll it in this herb mixture and then roast it in a hot oven, which I also then, you know, make a mix of some sort of vegetables, whether it's like, I think last night and the night before it was a mix of cauliflower and I actually used frozen cauliflower and frozen Brussels sprouts. You could use carrots, broccoli, onions, of course, like you could use cut up squash or whatever, but I roasted like a whole butternut squash and this mix of these vegetables on a pan in the oven. So it was like sheet pan. The roast was on a sheet pan, and then I know it would be better if I was showing you, and I'll get better about trying to do that. The vegetables were on a sheet pan, and then the roast was on a sheet pan as well too. Sometimes you can get both, but it was 2 pork loins that I was doing, and so it was taking up most of the pan. So I had 2 pans, but it was all roasting at like the 400 degrees, and so it was all in the oven at the same time. The smells were wonderful, and it's similar kind of you know, a little bit of olive oil on vegetables, and I actually took some of the same spices and put them in, and you know, just a wonderful smelling and tasting fall meal. So those are 2 quick and easy dinners that I've been doing lately that doesn't take a lot of thought and also are very economical. The spaghetti squash is not very expensive and, you know, delicious. And then the other thing that I have started to totally love and enjoy for lunch is a big salad full of you know, this time of year, but all year, like a big salad with romaine lettuce and, you know, maybe some arugula and, you know, whatever else I happen to have as far as greens. I still am getting some greens from the garden, and I will put in some beets, some tomatoes, some cucumbers, maybe some peppers, and, you know, make my 12-ounce vegetable salad. And then for my protein, at least once a week, I just add an ounce or 2 of these delicious sprouted pumpkin seeds and have that with the salad dressing on it. And I find it is such a delicious and filling lunch. and I'm certainly not hungry for a long time, and it's just pretty easy to just throw all those vegetables and and lettuce into a bowl, and then put on the couple ounces, and then putting on some sort of salad dressing, and that's my protein, vegetables, and fat all in one big bowl, and I just find it super easy and super delicious. Of course, the other super easy lunch or dinner is just a packet of Madras lentils, and serve that over some broccoli rice or some cauliflower rice, which you can get shelf stable packages or frozen packages, and that's super quick and super easy. And then just that. The other thing that I have recently, I'm going on longer than I wanted to, but I have found for travel, which I almost feel like I should do a separate travel video, and maybe I will at some point, but is these Archer grass-fed beef sticks, which again, just going to say somewhere, yeah, 0 sugar, so no sugar. And there's no artificial sweeteners or anything in it. And these are small. Now, beef sticks are not something I would ever suggest anyone eats all the time, because they're concentrated. So if you normally do 4 ounces of protein, you would only do 2 ounces. You would measure these more like you would cheese. And so, but I find them so convenient, when you're traveling, either, you're traveling by car and you're going to eat it in the car. I may take, 1 ounce of this and 1 ounce of cheese and eat that in the car, and it's just super easy. That, a bag of carrots and an apple, that's good to go. So these, I have found these at Costco. So if you're somewhere that there's a Costco nearby and you can get to it, then I get these. I was visiting my son in Chicago and got these, and I was visiting my brother in Texas and got them. So whenever I'm traveling, I find them somewhere and get a package of them, and we just keep them on hand for, all of a sudden you got to run out the door and you've got to take lunch, or, I travel to and from Boston now and then, and so they're really convenient for that. The other brand I haven't tried yet, but I imagine will be really good, is Thrive has beef sticks, and they are 1 ounce beef sticks, so this would be 2, whereas if you're doing these and you're going to do 2 ounces, then you're going to take 4 of them, a little more paper or whatever. But I imagine these are delicious as well too. Again, they have no sugar added, 0 grams of sugar. It's just grass-fed beef, water, sea salt. It's got some, different herbs and whatnot in it. So, these and cheese sticks I find are super convenient to take on the road when you're traveling. So those are the things that I wanted to share today. Just some fast and easy things that I'm using and eating, and that I find delicious and simple, and just make, I don't have to worry about my food. So and I have to tell you, we're having that spaghetti squash with the sausage tonight for dinner, and I'm looking forward to it. I just really love it. So bon appetit, and I ask you to subscribe, and share my videos, and I hope you have a wonderful, bright day.